When you register to vote, some of your personal information gets added to a database. But just how private is that info? It might be more accessible than you think. President Trump implemented an advisory commission on election integrity. Its vice chairman, Chris Kobach, recently requested a comprehensive set of data on all registered voters, and some citizens have been left wondering just how public their information is. We're talking about standard facts like your name, address, birthday, and other personal information that can help the government tell you how and when to cast your vote on Election Day. Each state makes their own rules about who can access voter data and what kind of info those people can actually see. In most states, things like your name, address, phone number, and party affiliation count as public information. In select places, that might even include your birthday, ethnicity, and the last 4 digits of your social security number. It's important to note that in this case, designating information as public does not automatically mean everyone in the world is supposed to be able to see it. So, who can? Private citizens can often get access, but the data is really publicized for political groups, so campaigns can know how to contact you and pollsters can conduct studies. Journalists and researchers also use it for investigations and to keep communities informed. Some states make you pay for the data, and prices vary from place to place. Everyone is restricted from buying the data for commercial purposes, and certain states will only let certified political organizations get their hands on it. In those states, a federal government commission like this one should technically be out of luck. Of course, the reality is that even in states where usage of that data is restricted to certain groups, it's not always hard to find workarounds that let anyone download that info to use however they want. The insecurity of this data became strikingly obvious in June when security researchers gained access to 198 million US voter records from a misconfigured public database. Voters in Florida, Colorado, Ohio, Oklahoma, and North Carolina might be surprised to learn their data is already available online after private citizens requested their state's datasets and hosted them on a website for free. This public sharing may have unintended consequences, as the North Carolina Board of Elections told CNN Tech. Some voters have said they may cancel their registrations because of this. We do not encourage that in any way. Your right to vote is very important, and canceling your registration will not ensure your information is removed from those private websites. None of this is meant to scare you out of registering or voting. Your actual voting history is never recorded, so no one will know who you voted for unless you tell them. And the accessibility of this data also doesn't affect the security of the voting process. But it's important to be aware of what bits of your personal information might be considered public, and be careful about how much of your digital identity, like passwords and security questions, relies on that same info.